Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. This is the full body workout. This is intended to be a fun, high-paced, good energy level, full body workout. We're going to try and keep this about 40 minutes. Yeah, let's get going. All right, we're going to start at the top of the mat. I want you to bring your toes together, heels about an inch apart, relax your knees, bring your butt under your body, squeeze your lower abdomen, and then pick your chest up. Relax your shoulders. All right, 3 breaths here. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale your hands back to center, so your hands in front of your sternum, elbows pressing down and back. Inhale back up. Nice long breath as you reach up and look up, and then exhale. Push all the air out. Bring your hands back in front of your sternum, elbows pressed back. Inhale back up. Look up, get a nice stretch in your shoulders, and then exhale, bring your hands back to center. Inhale your arms all the way up. Arms come out wide, fingers reaching out to the sides. And then exhale, press your hands out wide, swan dive forward. Bend your knees so you can keep your back flat, and then look all the way behind you. Inhale, take it back up. Same way you came in, coming back out, arms out wide, back flat, core engaged. Hands touch at the top, and then exhale, bring your hands out to the side, flatten out your back, belly button engaged, pressing back to your lower spine. And look behind you. Take it back up on an inhale. Arms out wide, and again, core engaged, lower back is flat, arms up high. And one more time, take it down, exhale. Chest presses forward, weight in the heels, core engaged. Look behind you. Take it back up. Arms out wide. And then exhale, bring your hands back to center. Inhale your arms up. Make a Y with your arms, palms face in, and then sit down into chair pose. So I want you to press your knees slightly forward, press your hips down and back. And then you want to engage your thighs, so squeeze your thigh muscles, and you want your lower back flat. So no pinching in the lower back, no rounding of the lower back. It's flat, your core is engaged. Weight is in your core and in your quads. Chin up away from the chest, shoulders pulling down and back. Breathing nice and easy, in and out through the nose. Try to lean back a little bit, but make sure that your core is engaging as you do that. So as you lean back, your butt comes a little bit more under your body. Arms up all the way, shoulders down. And then forward fold on the exhale. Relax your head and neck, look all the way behind you. Take it up halfway, so bring your upper body parallel to the ground, hands to your shins, head away from your shoulders. Weight in the heels, core is engaged here. So you're feeling the stretch in your glutes, in your hamstrings, and in your lower back. Looking straight down at the ground, not looking up in front of you. And then take your hands down, and then take your left foot to the back. Take your right foot over to the side, so your feet are about 4 inches apart. And then squeeze your feet toward one another. Pull your chest forward. And then press down through your right heel. So a runner's lunge here. Building up strength in your right leg. Working on hip flexibility in your left side. You can use your fingertips here to help out. Or you can float your fingertips off the ground entirely. Pull your body forward, flatten out your back if you can. Press your core down, pick your head up and forward. And then take your back knee down, untuck the back foot. Reach your arms up overhead. And then press your hips forward. Bring it into a low lunge. Notice how I have my butt under my body here. I'm not poking it out behind me. I'm not letting my back arch, keeping my back flat, keeping my butt under my body and my core engaged. Arms are reaching back. Shoulders are pulling down and back. So I'm getting a stretch around my armpits. And then I'm pressing up through my right foot to get as tall as I can with my knee on the ground. And then take a twist, left hand forward, right hand back, look over to the side, relax the shoulders. So now we're feeling this in our core as you twist. Knee is still over the ankle in the front foot, chin is up and away from the chest. Really reaching in both directions, but keeping your hips facing forward, just like they were in that low lunge. And then hands back to center. Lower your hands down. Take your left foot up to meet your right foot. Forward fold, release down. Look all the way behind you. Let your chest relax on top of your thighs. Take it up halfway. Hands to your shins. Chest reaching forward. Back flat. Core engages, so squeeze your abdomen to flatten out your back. And then release back down. And take your right foot to the back now. Runner's lunge on the opposite side. Chest pulling forward, thinking about pressing your heart through your sternum, pinching your shoulder blades, and digging down through your left heel. Squeeze your knees tight. So especially squeeze the right knee tight. Squeeze all those muscles so you can lift the back knee up so it's not getting lazy. And then again, if you want, you can float your hands. Core is really engaged here, so your back is flat. Straight line from heel to your head. And you can try squeezing your feet toward one another. So I'm squeezing my right foot forward, my left foot back, so my hips are squaring off. So my hips are both facing straight forward. And then lower the back knee down, untuck the back foot, and then lift up into a low lunge. Really pull the right hip forward. Press your belly button back to your spine. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your shoulders down and back. Pressing up through your left foot, getting up as tall as you can with your right knee on the ground. And then taking a twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Both hips are still facing forward. Right hip still falling forward. And now you're just going to turn over to the left. So your upper body twists, but your lower body remains the same. As you inhale, lengthen, reach in both sides. And as you exhale, squeeze your core tight. Maintain that position. One more breath here. And then take it back to center. Lower your hands down. Take your left foot back to meet your right foot. So now you're back in plank. First plank of the day here. Squeeze your thighs tight. Squeeze your hands toward your feet. Pull your head forward. Taking 10 breaths here to warm up your upper body. So we've already worked into the range of motion of your upper body with those breathing exercises at the beginning, with our arms lifting up and then floating down. And also with those twists we just did, we worked on our upper body mobility. So what makes yoga special is that you're not just working on compressing the muscles. You're not just contracting, contracting, contracting. You're not lifting weights. You're stretching as you strengthen. So that's the mentality behind this workout. So we use this opportunity to warm up, to stretch the muscles, and then we're going to do more stretching and more strengthening as we progress. And lower your knees down. Lower your chest all the way down. Flip your feet. Press the tops of your toes into the ground. Flex your thighs so your knees come off the ground. And then lift your chest off the ground, just using your lower body strength. Pull your elbows back, pull your shoulders back, pull your head forward. Feel your core engage. Press your hips into the ground. Lift your chest a little bit more. And then release back down. Press back up to plank. And then shift back into down dog. So for down dog, your hands are maybe a little bit wider than they were in plank. Your chest is going to press back toward your thighs. So you're trying to make a V shape with your body. If you want to watch me for a minute, I'm going to bend my knees first and then flatten out my back. If you have a mirror, this is really useful. So notice how I'm flattening out my lower back first, and then I'll press down through my heels, and then I'll get into my hamstrings. But it's more important that you flatten out your lower back here first before you progress to straightening your legs, because then you might have something like that going on, which isn't really doing much for your lower back. So flatten out first and then press back. Push your body away from your hands. Biceps face slightly forward. So see how I'm taking my elbows? I'm going to have them face forward slightly so that my triceps wrap around toward the back. Hands stay exactly where they were before. And then I'm going to take 5 deep breaths here. Working into flexibility in my lower back, in my upper back, in my hamstrings, and in my calves. So the entire back side of my body. All right, then bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly hop to the top, and forward fold. Take it up all the way, back flat, arms up overhead, palms touch, and release your hands back to center. All right, so we're warmed up now. Take your feet out about 6 inches apart, or 2 fist widths. Take your left foot to the back into runner's lunge. And then I want you to bring your butt under your body like you're doing a crunch. Pull your chest forward, extend your arms forward, press down through the right heel, and then reach your arms up overhead, bringing it into a high lunge. Your back leg is straight, knee is over the ankle in the front foot, butt under the body, so you're not feeling pinching in your low back, you're not pushing your belly button forward, you're pushing your belly button back and tilting your pelvis. So your pubic bone is facing straight forward. You've got a straight line from your pubic bone to your shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed. Palms facing one another. Chin up away from the chest. Head back. As you exhale, you can sink a little bit deeper into this. And then bring your hands to center. Reach forward with your chest. Press down to your right foot. And then lift your left foot off the ground. Keep your chest pulling forward. Keep your right leg exactly the same, except start to straighten your right leg. Don't straighten it all the way. Keep it slightly bent. Take your arms out wide. Use your core strength to help you balance. Squeeze the muscles in your right thigh. Arms out, palms facing down. Head pulling away from the shoulders so your neck is long. Toes flex toward your face and your left foot. Heel pressing away from you. And then take your left foot next to meet your right foot, back to standing. All right, take your right foot to the back now. Back into a runner's lunge. Both feet facing forward, butt under the body. So I want you to pull your hips forward under your body, crunch up, pull your chest forward, extend your arms forward, and then reach up all the way into a high lunge. Right hip pulls forward, chest is up, shoulders down, arms up. So your arms come up, but your shoulders do not come up. So I'm keeping distance between my arms, my shoulders, and my head. I'm not scrunching them all together. I'm trying to keep space there. My arms are straight, palms facing one another or facing the back. Knee is over the ankle in the front foot. Right hip is pulling forward. Butt is under the body, so I feel that deeper stretch in my right hip flexor. And the right quad is engaged, so my back knee is lifted. Try to pick your toes off the ground in your front foot for a little bit of an extra challenge and for proper dorsal engagement in your foot. Bring your hands to center, lean forward, press down through your left foot, start to straighten your left leg, drag your right foot forward, bring it into airplane. Left leg is slightly bent, core is engaged to help you balance. Pull your head forward and then extend your arms toward the back, palms facing down, thumbs out toward the side. Toes flex toward your face and your right foot. And I want you to even out your hips. So bring your hands to your abs. If you notice that they're facing over to the right, relax your right hip a little bit. Pull it down, lift your left hip up a little bit higher. This is going to tax the flexibility in your left and the back of your left leg. So if you feel your hamstring working, that's a good thing. Pull your body forward a little bit more. Hold for 10 more seconds. Pull your head away from your shoulders, get a little bit more length, reach forward, and then bring your right foot down next to meet your left foot. Inhale your chest up. Exhale and relax the shoulders. Bring your breathing back to normal. Bring your posture back to normal. So knees slightly bent, butt under your body, chest up nice and tall. All right, you guys remember that high lunge? Doing it again. Take your left foot to the back, right knee over your ankle, butt under your body, under your torso, chest lifted and shoulders back, right back to where we were before. So find that spot, get used to that stretching feeling in your left hip flexor, the front of your left hip. Get used to that stretching feeling around your armpits and your shoulders as your arms start to open up. All right, bring your hands to center, lean forward, and then hook your left elbow on your right knee. Inhale your body forward, and then exhale, roll your right shoulder back. Make a straight line with your forearms. Keep your hips even. So I want you to make sure that your left hip doesn't dip below your right hip and that you don't pick up your right hip too much. Keep your head reaching forward so your neck is long, away from your shoulders. And really enjoy this twist. Really nice for your back. Really, really good for your back. Try to use your core strength to twist. So I don't want you to rely on your elbow, on your knee here, to wrench yourself open, because that's just going to crack your back. I want you to work on core strength here. So if you can, maybe pick your elbow off your knee. Hold that for a few breaths. Try rolling the right shoulder back a little bit more, pulling your head forward, pressing down through your heel, flexing your toes toward your face and your right foot. And then take it back to center, press down through your right foot, bring it back to airplane, toes toward your face again, and then bring your chest parallel to the ground. If you have a block, now's a good time to use it. Plant it down in front of your left foot, so just to the left of your right foot, and then reach your right hand up. This is called revolved half moon. I want you to make sure that your left foot is facing straight toward the ground, your chest is pulling forward, and you're balancing on your right foot here. If you don't need the block, throw that shit away. Pull forward, just balance on your fingertips. 10 more seconds here. 3, pull your body forward, flex your toes toward your face, lift up, and then lower your hand down. Take your left foot back to meet your right foot. Forward fold, release down. Let your lower back relax a little bit.
and then bend your knees, flat back. Bring it all the way back up on an inhale.
Exhale, hands back to center. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, shoulders down and back. So releasing your traps, letting your shoulders work themselves out, letting them stretch out. All right, take your right foot to the back now. Bring it back into a high lunge. Extend your arms overhead, knee over the ankle. Sit back down into it. Butt under the body, belly button poking back to your spine, shoulders stacking on top of your hips. Arms straight, shoulders down and back. Now, if you can't take your arms back all the way without your chest opening up and leaning back, don't take your arms up that high. Maybe they'll just come here. That's okay. That just means you have tight shoulders, and that's something that you can work on. All right, bring your hands to center. Lean forward. Back leg stays the same. Knee over the ankle on the front foot still. Hook your right elbow on your left knee. And then inhale, pull forward. Exhale, roll your left shoulder back. Make a straight line with your forearms. Keep your hips even. So this is for your core. This is for your thoracic spine, so the middle of your back. Pull your head away from your shoulders. Keep your feet squeezing toward one another. Press your heel toward the back. And keep rolling that left shoulder back. And again, I want you to concentrate on using your core for this twist. So lift your knee off the ground. Lift your elbow off your knee. Hold that for a few breaths. And then take it back to center. Press down through your left foot, bring it into airplane. Toes toward your face, chest pulling forward, and then take it into revolved half moon. So your right hand comes to the ground. Maybe you have that block. You can plant your hand there. And then roll your left shoulder back. Open your side body, or open your chest up, the front of your body, to the left side. Keep your right heel lifted, pressing toward the back. Keep your toes reaching toward your face. So the right leg is locked out no matter where you are. Left leg doesn't have to be locked out. So you'll work in hamstring flexibility as you do this pose, as you do more of this DVD. Keep pulling your head forward. You got about 10 more seconds here. Keep lifting that back leg if you can. Create length in your body. So that's the goal of yoga, creating length as you strengthen. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take your foot down. Take a forward fold. Whew. Relax. Look behind you. Let your neck relax. Let your head hang like a bowling ball. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Take your feet to the back. Back into plank. Pulling your hands toward your feet toward your hands, pulling your chest forward slightly, pulling your head away from your shoulders, keeping a straight line from your heels to your shoulders, and your head is looking straight down at the ground. And I want you to look at your elbows. Try to make the eyes of your elbows, so your inner elbows face forward, so your biceps face forward. Now you don't have to move your hands to do that. Keep your index fingers facing forward. Keep your thumbs facing in. Then from here, we're going to move into what's called a half plank, or a low plank, or a push-up, half push-up. Lower down halfway. Keep your elbows in tight. Bring your shoulders forward. Knees stay lifted. 5 deep breaths here. Notice how my shoulders are level with my elbows, that my elbows are still right above my hands, that they're not reaching back, and my elbows are in tight. So I'm forming a single unit with my upper body. One more deep breath. And then take your knees down, take your chest down, and then inhale your chest off the ground, tops of toes in the ground. Thighs engaged so that your knees are lifted off the ground. And then extend your arms toward the back. You can open your palms out to face the side, thumbs facing up. Keep lifting your chest, keep squeezing your thighs. Release back down. And then take it back into down dog. Press up through your hands, shift your hips back. Press your chest back toward your thighs. Knees slightly bent to start off with. Flatten out your back. Think about pushing your belly button up and in. Trying to take that little round out of your back by tilting the pelvis up. All right, then lower your forearms down to the ground. Forearms perpendicular to one another. Index fingers facing forward, thumbs facing in. Now from here, I want you to walk your feet in. If it hurts in your shoulders, you're doing it correctly. Press your chest back toward your thighs, lift your hips. 5 breaths here. Working on shoulder flexibility, working on strength in your shoulders. Keep your elbows above your shoulders. Don't let your shoulders come forward over your elbows. Keep pressing your chest back. Keep your core engaged. Keep lifting up through your hips. 2 more breaths. Last breath. And take it back into plank. Bend your knees, look forward. Jump or step to the top. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands back to center. Back to standing mountain pose. And now it's time for a couple balance poses to open up the shoulders. So continuing with that theme that we just had in dolphin, of working on shoulders. Inhale your arms out wide. And then swing your right arm under your left arm so that the right forearm comes just below the left elbow. And then interlace your fingers. So you're wrapping up your arms. Flatten out your back, so bring your butt under your body. Don't let your butt poke out. Don't let your chest lean back. Don't let your hands come toward your head. Keep everything away from your body, core flat. And then sit down just like you were doing a chair pose. And then take your right foot up. Wrap it around your left leg. Wrap it up as tight as you can. And then lean back. Elbows come up high, shoulders come back. Shoulders come on top of the hips, elbows come on top of the knees. Keep your hands pushing forward. Keep your forearms pushing forward. Keep your shoulders leaning back. So it's all core here. It's all balance. 2 more breaths. And then stand up. Bring your arms overhead. Kick your right foot back. Lean forward, bring it into warrior 3. Making an L or making a T with your body here. Toes point toward the back. Left hip raises, right hip relaxes. Arms extending forward, shoulders plugged in. Use your core to lengthen your core and reach your chest forward. You're gonna need your core strength to hold that length in your body. Keep pressing your toes back. Press your chest down, lift your arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back up. And release your hands back to center. Back to standing. Take your arms out wide, opposite side. Exhale, left hand under your right hand now. Wrap up however you can. So you can hook your left forearm on your right tricep. And this is good right here. This is doing it. You can also Grab the index finger and the middle finger with your right thumb. However you can, wrap up the hands. Just try it. Flatten out your back, lift your elbows up high, relax the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale and sit down. Back into chair pose with eagle arms. All right, from here, pick your left leg up, wrap it around your right leg, and then lean back. As you inhale, lift. As you exhale, lean back and squeeze your core tight. Remember, the point of this is stacking. So we're bringing our shoulders over our hips and our elbows over our knees. All in the core. So keep squeezing that core. Keep wrapping up your legs tight. Lean back. And then unwind. Bring your arms up. Kick your left foot back. Reach your arms forward. Bring it into warrior three. Chest presses down to the ground, toes point to the back. So I'm making a T shape with my body here. Shoulders plugged in. So I'm pulling my shoulders down and back, lifting my arms up high, pressing my chest down, kicking my left toes to the back, pressing up to my right heel to get that stretch in your right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, lengthen, 1, and then bring it back to standing. Hands back to center. Bring it back to the top of the mat and bring your breathing back to normal. All right, we're gonna move into some other poses now, some warrior poses. So I want you to start with your feet facing sideways. Okay, so you're at the long side of your mat, facing the right end or the left end of your mat, however you can see the screen in this position. I want your toes facing in slightly, your heels facing out slightly. Pull your hips forward, squeeze your thighs, bring your arms out wide. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers and reach down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, squeeze your thighs and push forward. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Thighs are engaged, chest pressing down to the ground. Arms reaching forward. Press your shoulders away from your head. Keep your neck relaxed all the way. And then keep pulling your hands forward over your head. You've got more flexibility in there than you think. Keep pulling forward for 10 seconds. Keep pressing your chest back between your legs. Keep pressing into the outside of your feet. Keep your shoulders away from your head for 3, 2, 1. Lower your hands down. Let it all out. All right, bring your hands back to your hips. Using your core strength, bring it back up all the way. And then turn your right foot out. Keep your left foot slightly pointed in. So instead of at a 90-degree angle, I want it at about an 85-degree angle. And I want you to bend into your right knee until your knee is over your ankle. Keep that back leg straight. Bring your hips forward slightly. Tilt your pelvis so that you feel a deeper stretch in your hip flexors. So right here in your groin. Keep your shoulders stacked above your hips. Lean them back a little bit. And then take your arms out wide. And now bend deeper into your front knee. Make sure you can see your big toe around the knee here. Shoulders still over the hips. Pressing into the back, the outside of your left foot, the back foot here. Core is engaged. Left hip presses into right hip to get a little bit deeper. And pick your toes off the ground and your front foot for a little bit more of a challenge. If your knee is not quite over your ankle, trim up your stance a little bit. Bring your feet a little bit closer. If you think you can go a little bit deeper, walk your foot forward a little bit more and then bend deeper. Just make sure that you can keep your butt under your body, that you're feeling the pressure in your hip flexors, in your core, and not in your lower back. All right, from here, take it into the side angle. Wrist comes into the inside of the knee, left hand extends up. Tailbone reaches down, so by tailbone reaching down, I mean squeeze your core. So compress your core just like you do in a crunch, tilting the pelvis from facing down to facing straight forward. Left arm extends up and pull the head forward. Keep pressing into the outside of the back foot. Don't rest your forearm here. That doesn't do anything for anybody. I want you to press your forearm into your knee and your knee into your forearm. And then bring your hands back to warrior two. Flip your right hand, reach it up and back for reverse warrior. Reach your hand up and back, palm facing back. Keep pressing forward into the right knee. Keep it reaching over to the right. Bring your hands back to warrior two. And then from here, we're gonna go into a balancing pose. So I want you to step your left foot up a few inches. Plant your right hand down. If you have a block, you can grab that block, place it down about a foot or a foot and a half in front of your right foot. Balance here, and then stack your left hip on top of your right hip. Open your body up to face the left side. Lift your left leg up higher, flex your toes toward your face, keep your legs active. So I'm squeezing my right thigh, and I'm lifting with my left leg, keeping my toes reaching toward my face, heel pressing away from me. Keep rolling that left shoulder back, and slowly, slowly, slowly start to look to the side. And as you gather balance and get better at this, maybe even looking all the way up at your left hand. Not happening for me today, but it's an option. Give it about 5 more seconds. And then take your left foot back down, back into warrior two, straighten the right leg. Back into that wide-legged position. Now turn your left foot out. Right foot is in, bend into your left knee, knee over the ankle, butt drawing under the body, pressing into the outside of the right foot. Make sure you can see your knee around your toe, around your knee here. So what I like to do here is actually use my left hand, in this case the front hand, to push the knee over to the outside so I can really start to open up those hips. You can even bring your hands to your thighs and pull them apart. Pull your hips forward, tilt the pelvis, really reach your tailbone down, straighten out your spine, and then pick your chest up. Arms out wide. Knee over the ankle in the front foot. Shoulder blades can pinch, chin can lift, but keep looking over that left hand. Focus on a non-moving point. That's gonna help you get through this. Shoulders stay stacked over the hips, so don't lean forward too much. Keep it right over. One more breath here. And then take the wrist to the inside of the knee. Lift your right hand up. Roll the right shoulder back. Pull the right arm down. Bring your butt under your body. Compress your core. And look up at your right hand. Keep pressing into the right foot. I'm getting tired, so I'm assuming you guys are getting tired here as well. If you just keep breathing in and out through your nose, as you can hear me doing, you will control your breath. And when you control your breath, you control your body. Take 3 more breaths here. Bend a little bit deeper, roll back a little bit more. And then flip your front hand, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. 2 breaths here. Keep pressing into the outside of the right foot. Keep pressing into the left knee. And then from here, bring it into half moon. So get that block, place it in front of your left foot, about a foot in front of your left foot. Step your right foot up, and then come to balance here. Make sure that your left, or your heels are in a straight line. So if I look from my left heel to my right heel, it's in a straight line. My right heel isn't behind, it's not forward, it's a straight line. Make sure that your left foot is pointing to your left hand, wherever it's planted, and then start to lift up your right leg. Keep your toes flexed toward your face, roll the right shoulder back, lengthen your head away from your shoulders. Remember, get length. And then you can start to shift your gaze over to the side in the direction that your chest is facing. And as you gain strength, as you gain balance here, you'll be able to look all the way over to the side, all the way up at your right hand. Keep your toes reaching toward your face. If you fall out of it, just get back in it. 10 more seconds. Pull your body forward, get some length, squeeze your thigh. Toes toward your face, heel pressing away from you. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to warrior 2. And then straighten your left leg, turn your feet in, bring your feet back together. Whew. And then back to the top of the mat. Bring it back to normal. Breathing back to normal. Inhaling the chest up. Exhaling, relaxing the shoulders. Okay, inhale your arms up all the way. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Let your knees relax, let your lower back stretch out. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, take your feet to the back, maybe floating your feet, jumping back, landing in plank. And now we're in plank. Squeeze your core, tilt the pelvis, pull your shoulders forward, and pull your head away from your shoulders. Heels pressing toward the back, hips lifted so I can feel the pressure in my core. All right, lower down halfway, shoulders come forward. Remember, elbows stay in. 5 breaths here. I want you to frame your chest with your shoulders. So lift your shoulders up a little bit higher. Let your chest come down a little bit lower. Pull your shoulders forward and squeeze your thighs tight. Keep your back flat. Take your knees down, lower your chest down, press the tops of your toes into the ground, lift your chest off the ground, and extend your arms forward for Superman. 5 breaths here. Keep lifting your chest, keep pressing the tops of your toes to the ground, and squeezing your thighs. Two more breaths. Keep your core engaged. Keep your chest lifting. Lift your arms up a little bit higher. Last breath. Release down. Woo! All right. From here, shift back into a tabletop position. So your knees under your hips, shoulders over your hands. And then from here, take it onto your back, all the way down onto your back. Bring your right leg over your body, outside of the ankle, behind the right, or outside of the right ankle, just below the left knee. Bring your hands behind your left thigh, press your right knee forward, pull your left thigh back. So if you couldn't guess, we're in the cool down phase now.
You passed it. You passed everything. You made it. And then switch legs. Outside of left ankle. On the top of the left thigh. Grab the back of the right, on the top of the left thigh, right thigh. Grab the back of the right thigh. Pull it in tight. Press your left knee forward. All right, release that. And then bring your right leg behind your body. So lean onto your back. Tuck your right foot behind on the ground. Press your right knee down. Lift your hips up. And then lean back on your left forearm. From here, you can lower your right forearm all the way to the ground. Just as long as you're getting that stretch in the right thigh. That's the important part here. You want to make the area from the middle of your thigh to your ribs in your right side as long as you can, as rounded as you can. That's going to make that stretch a little bit deeper. And then switch. Now bring your left foot behind your body, tuck your toes, lean back onto your right side, pick your hips up, relax your left hip down now. Take a few deep breaths and let this passive stretch do its thing for your left thigh. All right, and then release. And now take it into a seated forward fold. So our last stretch, I want you to sit on the tops of your thighs instead of sitting on your butt. I want you to sit forward. Big inhale, lift your arms up. Bend your knees if you need to, and then reach forward, grab the outsides of your feet. I'm more concerned with your lower back stretching here than your hamstrings. So if you want to bend your knees so you can get your core to touch your upper thighs, that is a good idea. Try to hike your core as much as you can up onto your thighs, and then I want you to focus on getting your chest to your toes. So I don't want you to think about your head to your knees. I want you to think about chest to toes. So keep pulling your body forward. Keep your shoulders away from your head and use your breath. So as you inhale, lift up slightly. As you exhale, push forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Bring your toes toward your face. Press your heels away from you. Press the backs of your knees into the ground. One more breath. Release your neck. And then bring it back. All right, so that was the full body workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hope you got sweating. I'll see you guys in the next video.